Right now at 10, a career center in the works. How the new space will help youth in the region. And Minnesota pushing back their latest move in the ice fight as more agents are called in. Plus, a record-breaking flu season slamming Wisconsin. What's causing the spike?
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown. Ken has the night off. We start with developing news out of Minneapolis. Tonight, the city pushing back, launching a lawsuit against the Trump administration and its ICE operations. The Department of Homeland Security reports there have been more than 2,000 immigration arrests in Minnesota over the past month. DHS is sending hundreds of additional agents to the Twin Cities, adding to the roughly 2,400 already working in the area.
The agitators and the rioters here in Minneapolis need to understand that our operations will continue unabated despite the violence they perpetrate against law enforcement.
Minneapolis public schools are offering remote learning for the next month for children who might feel unsafe leaving home. La Crosse firefighters responding to a house fire tonight. It was on Cliffside Drive. The La Crosse Fire Department received the call at 8:40 this evening. It had started as a chimney fire before spreading to the roof and siding. Crews have since extinguished the blaze.
Crews got here pretty quickly, made a quick fire attack, and we had crews checking inside, checking outside, and then as you can see behind me, the ladder up on the roof to really get at the roof portion a lot easier.
No injuries were reported, and the cause of the fire is now under investigation. Well, health officials say flu activity is very high across Wisconsin, and driving those levels is a new influenza A variant called H3N2 subclade K. According to the Wisconsin DHS, flu activity is higher than it was last year. One epidemiologist says flu activity could be at its peak, but it's too early to tell.
We don't know what's going to happen over the coming weeks. It's very hard to really predict these things. But for this time of year, we are seeing, as I said, very high activity both in our state and national surveillance.
According to HOPE, the flu shot won't protect people from the H3N2 variant, but it can reduce the severity of your illness. And now to a News 8 follow-up tied to the baby Angel cold case. The suspect wants the charges against her dropped. Jennifer Beckley is allegedly tied to the 2011 death of an infant. That infant, known as baby Angel, was found in a bag in the Mississippi River near Winona. DNA evidence reportedly tied Beckley to the crime. Her lawyer says the state's case lacks evidence.
Well, we saw a nice mild start to the upcoming week, and we likely have another mild day tomorrow with similar high temperatures. If not, a couple locations could get even a couple degrees warmer. La Crosse was really one of the warm spots today. 47 was the observed high. That's just 3 degrees shy from the record for today, 40 degrees in Eau Claire. So really much of the area climbed into at least the low 40s. That puts most of us around 15 to 20, if not a little bit more than 20 degrees above our average highs. 22 degrees above the average high in La Crosse, and we'll likely see a similarly mild or warm, however you would want to describe it, for a January day as we go into tomorrow as well. Our lows likely near freezing, but by the time most of us wake up in the morning, temperatures will have risen into the mid-30s. And then by the time that we get to the noon hour, La Crosse already will be in the mid-40s. Eau Claire will be pretty close behind. Likely some chance for a light spotty shot of rain as we go into the early morning hours, especially for folks further north of I-90. So I'll have the tracking and timing on those rain chances and the warmer temperatures coming up in a little bit.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Nicole. A Boys and Girls Club in La Crosse is celebrating its 60th anniversary with a big addition aimed at helping the youth. News 8 Now's Jadis McGee shows us what the club is planning.
The Boys and Girls Club is putting real resources into its youth with a new space designed to help prepare kids for life beyond just a classroom. The Boys and Girls Club on the north side is getting ready to open a new workforce readiness center designed to help teens explore career options and identify their strengths.
It's really to bring kids into this center and find out what are they passionate about, what are they good at, and what does a future look like in that industry.
Rather than sitting in a traditional classroom, teens here will learn by doing, working with their hands across various industries.
When you make something, there's a feeling of fulfillment from that, I think, and I think it just kind of leads to wanting to do more.
And leaders say the excitement is already building, with kids eager to step into a space designed strictly for them.
They can't wait to get into this space. They can't wait to be into a space like this that's not only beautiful, but it'll be set up like you're going to work.
The Workforce Readiness Center is expected to be open as early as this upcoming spring. Reporting in La Crosse, J.D. McGee, News 8 Now.
La Crosse Chamber of Commerce holding its first forum of 2026. It invited city administrators from the city of Onalaska or Viroqua to discuss how the role would work in La Crosse.
Oversee the day-to-day operations. So when it comes to coordinating the efforts of different departments in regards to the resources that we have to use, each department doesn't necessarily know what the other is doing at all times. So having some of that knowledge, when a department wants to do something, I can coordinate with what other departments are doing as well.
The ordinance to add a city administrator will go before City Council in February. Well, the popular farmers market in La Crosse could be on the move again. The Board of Public Works today heard a proposal to move the market to Pearl Street. It would still run every Friday from May through October. The market moved from Burns Park to City Hall over last year due to crime.
We do to revitalize the market and then also help downtown because we want to stay downtown. We don't want to go to Myrick. Visibility, okay? And after speaking with owners of businesses on Pearl Street and kind of providing these details, they agreed that they would like it.
The next move happens on the 26th. That's when the board will meet with Public Works. MSP favorite Sun Country Airlines announcing a merger with Allegiant. The deal is worth $1.5 billion. Sun Country says its customers do not have to rebook already scheduled flights, and the two airlines will also combine their loyalty rewards program into one. Happening around the state, Wisconsin Public Eye is launching a GoFundMe campaign. The Public Affairs Network looks to raise $250,000 to resume coverage of Wisconsin state government. Those operations were suspended last month after financial troubles, creating a big gap in government transparency. Wisconsin Eye provided the only source of live, unfiltered access to state proceedings. Amplify Health by Gunderson reached its $5.2 million fundraising goal to open Wisconsin's first empath unit. The facility will provide specialized crisis care for behavioral health patients. Patients will meet with clinicians and receive comprehensive care plans before leaving the facility.
It's a heartwarming moment for all of us at the foundation to know the generosity of this community has made this moment possible. We know that patients are going to get the care they need in this transformational space because the community stepped up to support through philanthropic gifts.
Located in the Behavioral Health Building, the facility is expected to open by early spring. Tonight, local youth and their families learned about opportunities with the Civil Air Patrol. The information session at the La Crosse Squadron headquarters featured details about the cadet program for kids ages 12 to 18. Attendees heard about leadership training, aerospace education, and fitness programs.
Ultimately, we're about creating dynamic American aerospace leaders. And so what we want to do is create young men and women of character and provide them the tools so they can go on to be leaders of men and women. At the same time, we're doing that within an aerospace environment. So we've always said, if you're an airplane nerd, we're the place for you.
The evening included a hands-on F-16 flight simulator experience to give future cadets a taste of the organization's aviation focus. Still to come, drama at the Federal Reserve. Jerome Powell investigated over a renovation project. What the Justice Department is saying. Plus, President Trump threatening new military action. The country he's watching closely.
Starting tomorrow at 5 a.m., the latest on La Crosse's city admin role proposal, plus ARD is tracking increasing precipitation throughout the week. We'll have that and more when we see you for the news starting at 5 a.m.
While you're busy, your pup can play all day at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Safe, supervised fun with friends, plus plenty of exercise and love. Because a tired dog is a happy dog. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans featuring modern kitchens, spacious living areas, and ample storage. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open. You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
The Trump administration has launched a criminal investigation into Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell, tied to his renovation of the Fed's headquarters in Washington. And for the first time publicly, Powell is hitting back. Wai Zhejiang reports on the latest details from the White House.
President Trump has attacked Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell for years, and now the Fed chief is firing back. In a rare public statement on social media, Powell claimed the DOJ's investigation is the direct result of his refusal to follow Trump's demands to lower interest rates.
The threat of criminal charges is a consequence of the Federal Reserve setting interest rates based on our best assessment of what will serve the public, rather than following the preferences of the president.
On Friday, the DOJ served the Federal Reserve with grand jury subpoenas linked to the Fed's multi-billion-dollar renovation project and said in a statement U.S. attorneys have been instructed to prioritize investigating any abuse of taxpayer dollars.
Did the president ever direct DOJ officials to open an investigation into Powell?
No. The president has made it quite clear he thinks Jerome Powell is bad at his job.
The probe sparked bipartisan backlash.
The Fed has been the gold standard for that kind of monetary policy decision making. And Donald Trump is just burning that to the ground.
Republican Senator Thom Tillis went further and said he would oppose the confirmation of any nominee for the Fed until the matter is resolved. Powell's term as chair is set to expire in May. Trump has threatened to end it sooner.
I'd love to fire his. He should be fired.
He has also accused Powell of wasting money on fixing up the Fed.
It looks like it's about $3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot. So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
A group of economic leaders, including former Fed chairs, issued a joint statement to say the Justice Department's move is an unprecedented use of prosecutorial attacks to try to undermine the independence of the Federal Reserve. Wai Zhejiang, CBS News, the White House.
Well, a tense scene in Iran, thousands taking to the streets with daily demonstrations demanding a regime change. Iran's exiled crown prince is asking for the U.S. to help free the country.
This is an opportunity to liberate that nation.
We're looking at it very seriously. The military is looking at it, and we're looking at some very strong options.
President Trump has threatened military action if Iran continues to kill protesters. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
Some of us could have a couple showers or sprinkles on the way into work in the morning, with another day of mild temperatures following. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
Start the new year off right and put your holiday money in a place it can grow.
Now through January 26th, open a new Grow Up or Graduation U certificate and score a bonus $26 in 2026. That's extra cash for you just for saving. Don't miss out. Visit Ultra.org for details.
This cozy season, we invite all of our neighbors to make their bathroom the coziest room in their home. With quick installs and a lifetime warranty, we bring quality upgrades right to your doorstep. And we won't just leave you there. Our experienced team will be there every step of the way. Plus, with our easy financing available, you're able to get the comfort you want today on a budget that works for you. So upgrade your cozy room this season with River Valley Remodelers. River Valley Remodelers. Improve your home, build our community.
Style or substance. Somehow, it became one or the other. But there is another choice. Not stopping until you have everything in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $6,100 on the Sierra 1500 model. Plus get $3,000 trade allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
In the heart of Wisconsin dairy country, there's only one place making cottage cheese, and it's right here in Westby. Since 1903, Westby Cooperative Creamery has been farmer-owned and community-driven, crafting wholesome cottage cheese the same way for generations. And with a new investment in modern technology, we're ensuring our tradition continues, fresher, safer, and more sustainable than ever. Westby Cooperative Creamery, the only cottage cheese maker in Wisconsin. Farmer-owned, Wisconsin proud.
All stock ceiling fans are on sale, plus a $10 rebate at Menards. Upgrade your home with a quick install ceiling fan. They're loaded with features designed to save you time during installation. This quick install Dublin ceiling fan is $69.99 after rebate. We carry the largest selection of in-stock Hunter ceiling fans. This large room Allendale ceiling fan is available in 3 finishes, now $119.99 after rebate. Plus, get 15% off everything you can fit in the bag.
Save big money at Menards.
Start the new year off right and put your holiday money in a place it can grow. Now through January 26th, open a new Grow Up or Graduation U certificate and score a bonus $26 in 2026. That's extra cash for you just for saving. Don't miss out. Visit Ultra.org for details.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Well, we have some rain moving into the area, although it's looking like it's going to be fairly spotty. Not a whole lot of us going to see it, but still the chance to maybe make a small impact on the morning commute. Right now, radar is looking fairly dry in our area, but if we take a wider look at it, we can see that the northern portion of Minnesota likely seeing a mix of snow and rain pushing in. Temperatures actually reaching their low right about now, so we'll likely see our temperatures rising throughout the rest of the nighttime. By the time a lot of this moisture and precipitation gets into the area, we'll be, for the most part, above freezing. So right now, temperatures across the area near or slightly below freezing, but as we go into the early morning hours, a lot of this rain and snow mix makes it into the area around 2 or 3 in the morning. At that point, most of us will be above freezing, so we'll see a lot of this falling as rain. Even this could be a little bit more ambitious than what we're expecting, just some light sprinkles across the area. There is a very small chance for folks far north of I-94 to possibly see a little bit of a freezing drizzle, but again, by the time most of us wake up in the morning, temperatures are going to be multiple degrees above freezing, so it's not looking to be as impactful on the morning commute. Maybe some slick spots, maybe just being a little bit extra cautious for areas north of I-94. Overall, looking to be a pretty easygoing morning commute. Even as we go into the later morning hours, still going to hold on to some sunshine south of I-90, although that doesn't last forever as cloud coverage continues to spread across the area as we go into the afternoon. By tomorrow evening then, maybe a couple more sparse areas of very spotty sprinkles moving in, and even later into the late evening in the early overnight period, a couple chances for some very sparse flurries. Overall, accumulation with both the rain and the snow is looking to be on the very minimal end. As far as the high temperatures go, it's still going to be a nice mild one, very similar today. to today. If not, maybe a couple degrees warmer than that as well. 46 for the high on Tuesday in La Crosse, 41 in Eau Claire. We will be dealing with extra cloud coverage out there, not nearly as sunny as we were today, so going to be hard to warm up too much more than we saw today, but still the chance for folks further south of I-90 to possibly near 50 degrees. It's also going to be quite breezy out there, not so much in the morning hours, but once we get into the afternoon, we're going to start to see winds blowing around 15 to 20 miles an hour. That gets into that windy category as well. Once we get later into tomorrow night as well, you can see those winds start to shift to be less out of the west-northwest and more northwesterly. By the time we push into Wednesday, then the winds continue to shift, becoming more northerly as we go into Wednesday and still likely blowing quite strong, especially Wednesday morning. That's when we'll likely see the strongest batch of winds out there, but they really stayed pretty steady in that breezy and windy category as we go into Wednesday evening as well. So a breezy couple of days for Tuesday and Wednesday. Those northerly winds are going to make an impact on Wednesday's temperatures as well. While Tuesday, we're still looking to be well above average, around 20 degrees above average. By Wednesday, we'll actually be a couple degrees below average. All the difference all those winds can make. By Thursday and Friday, bump up a little bit, just going to be pretty close to average. So a fairly January-like end to the week after our warm starts. But then by the weekend, as you can see, temperatures dive and they'll likely stay there for at least a couple of days, with highs staying in the teens through the upcoming weekend and into next week. Some of those mornings we could also see sub-zero low temperatures, all with some fresh snowfall on the ground too, as we have some more snow moving in on Thursday.
So you're from around these parts. How do you feel when you see a 1 degree or a 2 degree day?
You just gotta let it go. You just gotta let it go and brace for it. It could always be a lot worse. As long as it's not negative, then we're in the clear.
That is true.
Yeah.
Good thing you're right there. Yep. Coming up next in sports, highlights from a big girls wrestling meetup in Black River Falls, plus sights and sounds from Packers locker room cleanout after their loss to Chicago. Jacob is in next.
Yeah, that's the stuff. The white stuff, to be exact.
Winter's here, and it looks like it's gonna be a while.
It sure is. And don't forget, when it comes to winter's worst, expect more from the best. First Warn Weather. First Warn Weather on News 8 Now.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 48. Hard water causes scale buildup, dry skin, and stained laundry. If you see these signs, call us at 608-781-8088.
Up here, we do things a little different. We march to the beat of our own drum. We don't shy away from the cold. We face it head on. And any challenge that stands in our way doesn't stand a chance. Up here, one brand stands alone. Ford. Now, get $2,500 bonus cash on a new 2026 Ford Explorer. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Hi, my name is Levi, and this is Maxwell White Water Conditioning Tip 79. Chlorine in city water can cause dry skin and bad taste or odor. If you notice these issues, call us today at 608-781-8088.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lenzendorf.
Well, we have hit the second full week of January, so that means we're into the middle portion of most high school hoops schedules. Still time to turn things around if you start out slow, or keep the momentum going if things are on the right track. Good example of that in this one, Arcadia visiting Aquinas, and it was raining threes in the Reinhardt Athletic Center. Logan Becker hits one to make it a 10-point lead, but the Raiders having success from downtown as well. Trevor Pronshinsky buries one, and then moments later, Pronshinsky again with the pretty shot from downtown. The home side just had too much firepower. Finley Strom gives it up. He's going to get it back and rip the cords. And later, Will Dickinson would get in on the fun as well. He's going to drill one from the corner. Aquinas goes on to win it 73-32. Another non-conference game in Westby with Cashton in town. The Norsemen would start the game with a ton of intensity on defense as Jaden Johnson takes it to the rack for two. A few buckets later, it's Johnson finding Griffin Nelson, who muscles in the and one to go up by 10. Then another steal by Everett Hoven, who finds his brother Anders, capping off a 17-4 run by the Norsemen. And more great defensive plays and finding their three-point shot from beyond the arc would help lift the home side to a 26-point lead at the half. Westby goes on to take this one 87-39 at home. And a special night in Elroy as Panthers senior Bria Gruen hitting the 1,000-point mark with this shot right here. She's just one of 6 girls to do it in program history and joins the company of 2 of her sisters in the exclusive club. Congrats to Bria. Royal won 53-24 over Weston Ithaca. We've got some girls wrestling action up at Black River Falls. A bunch of great athletes taking the mat, including the defending state champ, #1 in the country at her weight, Riley Hanrahan, showing why she's one of the best. Just so quick right off the whistle, gets the takedown there. She would eventually get the fall, making it look easy. Westby's Kylie Klum is a multiple-time state qualifier. Scoreless in the first, but Klum would get the action started with a takedown and eventually get the fall. GET Melman's Peyton Craig with one of the best moves on the night right here, hitting the fireman's carry, taking her opponent to her back as she eventually secures the pin and the win. And we'll end with Arcadia's Kelsey Sabata. After an early takedown, she's going to see an opening for a half Nelson, and that is tight. Gets the pin. A big shout out to all those girl wrestlers who have brought the sport such a long way in just a couple of short years. And today was locker cleanout day in Green Bay, and the question on everyone's mind was, what if? What if 4 massive pieces were able to take the field on Saturday rather than being out for the season due to injury? What if the Packers could execute in the second half enough to hold on to that 18-point lead heading into the locker room? There was frustration, but optimism from most because of the roster that returns for next year. But it's not as much what if, but what's next for Matt LaFleur and Green Bay. And multiple players had the back of their head coach when talking to the media.
I don't know. Where Matt goes, like the same thing I said for half. If Matt here, if he's not, I support him regardless because he definitely brought me to this team. He developed me, and I'm very appreciative of that.
He's just trying to get the best out of each and every one of his players, and he comes in with the right mentality every single day to coach us up to be the best version of ourselves for the best legacy team in the NFL. I don't think there's another coach that could come in and do it as well as he does it.
I've had my fair share of coaches and people around this league that I've been around, and Matt's one of the best guys and people. Like, as a person, I've been around since I've been in this league. I reached out to him when I started seeing this, and I said, man, when I agreed to come here, like, you were part of the reason why I came here.
And reports said that he was supposed to meet with President Ed Policy in the near future to discuss the future of the 7-year head coach in Titletown. And Emily, you were correct. The Texans did get it done against Aaron Rodgers, potentially probably ending his career. So congratulations.
Oh, no.
6 for 6. Hats off to you and to him.
This is such a victory week for me,
week.
and it's only Monday. This is amazing.
It's a great start to the week for you.
Yeah.
Texans play the Patriots next. Are you optimistic?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I think they've got it in the bag. And it's unfortunate Aaron Rodgers potentially ended his career with a pick 6.
It was a great career, though.
Yeah, but no, good run for both of those teams. All right, we got more news right after this.
Here at Maxwell White, we know how valuable your time is. From issues with your hot water to slower clogged drains, our team is always on time with friendly service and solutions you can trust. Don't wait. Contact Maxwell White. Plumbing done right.
It's Ashley's 4-day sale. From Friday to Monday, get 25% off your first item, plus 20% off the rest of your purchase. Plus, pay no interest for 5 years with no money down when you shop in store. Only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
News 8 Now and Dairyland Power Cooperative present the Community Calendar. For more information on these events, or if you'd like to submit an event, visit news8000.com.
If your basement walls are peeling, that is not appealing. So this is water damage,
yes,
man?
Sir. That's water damage.
How many people right now have compromise in their basement brought on by water?
Oh, the majority. I mean, water is the enemy of a home.
Right.
But it's better to have it assessed to give you that ease of mind.
Sure.
Inspections are free. Might as well just give us a call to help.
Innovative Basement Authority is now Groundworks. Schedule a free inspection.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and US Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
At Ashley's 4-day sale, Friday through Monday, pay no interest for 5 years with no money down. Plus, you can shop trending hot buys starting at just $2.99. Happening Friday through Monday, only at Ashley. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday.
The quality of their products are fabulous. That's why I always get my faucets and things through them, because I know they're going to last. Everything they've ever replaced, toilets, faucets, shower heads, has lived its life to its fullest.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
David versus Goliath played out at a Polish zoo this month. A 37-pound deer squared off against an 1,800-pound Indian rhino, and the little guy didn't back down, as you can see. Zookeepers say the gentle giant treated it as playtime, thank goodness. But for the tiny deer, he was fiercely protecting his mate. The animals share an enclosure at Wrocław Zoo, where they live together, mimicking their natural habitat. That is something you do not see every day. Fierce little guy right there. All right, Nicole has a final look at your forecast right after this.
The New Year sale at Slumberland, up to 50% off list. Get your choice of these best-selling Lazy Bear recliners for just $5.55. Get a Sealy mattress for just $2.99. Pay no interest for 36 months with approved credit. Only at Slumberland.
Eagle Crest North in Onalaska is expanding. Our tradition of excellence continues to grow with the addition of our new luxury senior apartments opening in January 2026. Expect nothing less than exceptional amenities. Choose your ideal home from well-designed floor plans. I'm Tammy, and I've been welcoming residents to our community for 17 years. Call me today to reserve your new home.
Join us for a weekly open house or schedule your private tour today.
A home you love. A business that endures. It takes your vision, your hard work, and your dedication to bring them to life. The right tools help. Case IH truly understands your vision and what you need to achieve it. That's why we build the equipment, the local dealer and service network, and the data and tech you want today and tomorrow. Because we don't just build our equipment to work. We built it to work for you.
Visit any of your local Johnson Tractor dealerships, now including La Crosse and Richland Center.
Cold weather and winter winds remind us that old windows and doors are not our friends. New windows and doors, expertly installed by certified installers, bring comfort, convenience, energy savings, and a great new look. Begin now in choosing just the right windows for your home. Order now and avoid the inevitable price increase in the new year. No worries about missing a promotion. The Board Store offers you the best possible price every day and any day. Contact us online or visit our showroom for a prompt free estimate on windows and doors or other home improvements.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks,
sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
Thinking of updating my kitchen. Thinking of redoing our kitchen. We are finally updating our kitchen.
For all those people who never seem to get around to
Breakfast
it,
note.
Chase has financial guidance.
See how you can start saving. Really?
Really? At home or in person. That's guidance from Chase.
The New Year mattress sale at Slumberland. Up to 50% off list. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $2.99 or a Sealy Posturepedic for $5.99. Get 60-month financing on Tempur-Pedic and Stearns & Foster. Save big, only at Slumberland.
Well, tomorrow is likely going to be the last warm day, at least of the near future, the last day that we're actually going to be above freezing. So definitely get out and wash that car, get all the dirt and grime and salt off, because it's going to get much colder after tomorrow.
That's what happens. Midwest, you see 40s in the winter, go get that car
You gotta
washed.
take it in.
Yeah, I love that license plate. I hate dirt. I hate dirt. All right, that does this for us at 10. We'll